everyone. My name is Josip and today I'm presenting Authland. Authland is a platform for easy discovery and booking of authentic gastro experiences. In that process, we are creating value for service providers, tourists, but also other tourism operators. I'll show you how and why. You've probably all been to any kind of journey, and one of the first things you had to do was to eat. Good drinks, good food, and good company are the basis of every good journey. These are some of most distinctive characteristics of every destination that we are coming to. That's why we are focusing on unique gastro experiences. These are vineyard tours, wine and cheese tastings, gastro boat trips, and so on. What we are actually doing is putting local, authentic, and heritage efficiently to the market. It hasn't been so far. Why? There is one problem. Tourists that are coming to Croatia, Slovenia, or any other country, they're mostly searching for information and bookings in two sources. Those are online and recommendations at tourist offices, their hotels, hostels, camping sites, and so on. But the problem is that in most cases, the offer is very limited. People working at the reception in any tourist office doesn't really know much about the offer. Their knowledge is pretty limited. On the other side, there is a lack of marketing and logistics when it comes to authentic gastro providers. That's why we have to solve this problem of this vicious circle. There's also the real life case. In my home city of Zadar, this is a tourist information center, which is the biggest tourist building in the city. And there is one thing you can do when searching for information there. First, you can look at the brochures, whose offer is very limited, mostly always the same, offers 3 or 4 experiences. Or you can ask these ladies, which will also use Google. They don't know much from what I've heard, and this will be a very confusing and frustrating experience. This is our solution. Authland is a platform that allows these gastro service providers to easily list their services, and on the other hand, it allows tourists to easily search for them and book them. But there are 3 roles in this story. And this one in the middle is very important. This is why we are different. There are tourism operators that are now, as I said, very limited with information, very limited with knowledge, and there are thousands and thousands of tourists asking them for advice. What we are actually offering is allowing these tourism operators, like people working on the reception of the hotel, in tourism office, or the owner of some private accommodation, for example, to easily book the service for his guests, for the tourists, and so on. Actually, we are giving them a platform for themselves to become an active sales force in tourism activities. Our business model is B2B2C. Actually, now in our pilot project that we are starting at the beginning of July, we will take 5, 10, or 15%, depending on the sales activity, from every service sold in a hotel, in a hostel, in a camping site, or so on. But what we are doing in our pilot project throughout the 2 months, we will try to actually find out what is the return on investment for every hotel or so. That means that we will try to set a subscription fee, annual or monthly, that will allow them to bring their money back, taking all the commission for themselves, but paying us the fixed fee in upfront. In our pilot project, we are actually gathering more than 10 partners in Zadar region. Those are tourist boards in Zadar and also some municipalities, boutique hotels from 4 stars upwards, like Bastion, Mediterranean, and Kalilarga. Those are some of the best hotels in Zadar. Camping accommodation outside Zadar city, but also private accommodation, meaning rural villas and others. What are actually the benefits for our partners? First is solving logistic issues, meaning that they don't have to call, they don't have to search for 5, 10, or 30 minutes in order to find out when does service provider work, is he free, does he work on a holiday, or so. We are solving that all through our backend and putting the accurate and correct information up front. The next is new revenue stream for them. They can, as I said, actually earn money from 5 to 15 or 20% depending on the model. It depends on whether they're selling actively or we are putting our tablet there, and that's actually passive sale. Third thing is motivated employees, because they can allow their employees also to earn money on every sales. And the fourth one is customer excellence. which brings to customer loyalty, more tourists coming back, but also better image of the destination they're coming to. Our rollout plan over markets is first in the other region, where we have around 200 targeted units, meaning the service available market. Then the region of Dalmatia, which is 500 units of accommodation, meaning the number of accommodation units tourists are coming to. Second is Croatia and Slovenia, somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 units. And after that, Alpe-Adria region in Europe. And I have to point out that the whole market in Europe is more than 7 billion of euros of service available market when it comes to consumption and sales of gastro experiences, which take around 30% of the overall consumption. In Croatia, it is around 17 million. When it comes to our competitive advantage over our competitors like Airbnb, but mostly local travel agencies that we have to fight and that we have to disrupt, but also Google, TripAdvisor, and so on, we can scale our local authentic services scale outside urban areas quickly. We have done so already. We have a lot of them in our pipeline. Second is key touch points, distribution and partnerships, meaning hotels, hostels, and others that I mentioned. And the third thing is recommended and trustworthy offer, which we curate ourselves, but we will also appoint other experts in the field in order to do that for us. Where we are right now, we are planning our soft launch and pilot project, but we've already making deals with some EU-funded projects where we are getting 50,000 euros in order to personalize the project for one specific purpose of the project happening in Zadar region. And in next quarters after that, we plan to upgrade our product, upgrade our supply, and actually go into the direction of becoming a software as a service for hotels, where we can then charge annual fee and allow them to take the whole money they earn from selling the activities. In 2020, we will plan to enter other European markets. This is our team of founders. My name is Josip and I'm a business developer. My colleagues are Marin, Josip, and Lovro. We've all had in average around 4 to 5 years of experience working as a freelancers, working in different agencies, but also some of us in the Croatian army. Okay, we are looking for 50,000 euros as we are entering only pilot projects for product development, both supply and demand market scaling, and partner support and education to bring it up to the network effect. Thank you very much, and this is my message. Local experiences should be locally available, which is ironically not yet achieved.